Hi students, today let's understand probability. So whenever we use words like probably, chances, likely, we use the same when there is some level of uncertainty. We are not sure about the outcome. So the measurement of this uncertainty is called the theory of probability. Now for any event to occur, we can measure its probability by the number of favorable outcomes of E by the total number of possible outcomes. So this ratio gives us the probability of the event E to happen. So this is about how sure we are that this event is going to occur or it's going to not occur. So let us do few numericals to get a better understanding on probability. So the first question is, a bag contains 3 red balls, 5 black balls and 4 white balls. Now a ball is drawn at random from the bag. So what is the probability of getting 1 white ball, 1 red ball and 1 black ball? So let's see how we can solve this. First, let's find out the total balls which we have in this bag. So the total balls are 3 red plus 5 black and 4 white. Total we have 5 plus 4 9 plus 3 is 12 balls. So the total possible outcome will be 12. Now we need to find the probability that the ball drawn is red or the probability that the ball drawn is black or the probability that the ball drawn is white. So let's find the probability for the white ball. Students, please ignore this 13, it has been printed by mistake. Instead take 12. Okay. Now we know there are 4 white balls. So when we try to draw a ball, the chances are that we draw the first white ball or we draw the second one or we can draw the third or we may get the fourth white ball. So the number of favorable cases of getting a white ball is 4. So the probability of getting a white ball will be the number of favorable cases divided by the total number of outcomes. So the number of favorable cases is 4 and the total outcome is 12. So the probability of getting a white ball will be 1 by 3. So this is our answer. Similarly, we have 3 red balls. So when we are drawing a ball, we can get the first red ball, or we can get the second red ball, or we could get the third red ball. So the favorable outcome for the red balls will be 3. So the probability of the red balls will be number of favorable cases for red balls divided by the total number of cases. So number of favorable cases for red balls is 3 divided by the total number of outcome is 12. So this will become 3 by 12, that is 1 by 4. So this is our answer. Now let's calculate the probability for the black balls. So we have total of 5 black balls. So when we try to draw a ball, it could be the first black ball, or it could be the second black ball, it could be the third black ball, or the fourth, or the fifth. So now the total favorable outcome for the black balls will be 5. So the probability of getting a black ball will be the number of favorable cases for black ball divided by the total number of outcomes. So number of favorable cases are 5 and the total outcome is 12. So the probability of getting a black ball will be 5 divided by 12. So this is our answer. So you have to be very logical while solving questions on probability. Now let's see the second question. Now it says a dice is thrown once and we need to find the probability of getting an even number, a number greater than 3, and a number between 3 and 6. So let's see how we can solve this. So you can see a dice drawn on this page. The dice has basically 6 faces and each face has a number from 1 to 6. So when a dice is rolled, any number can appear on the top face. So number which appears on the top face of the dice is taken as the result of rolling that dice. For example, in this case you can see this dice is showing number 5. Okay. So when a dice is rolled, you can get any number from 1 to 6. So the total possible outcome of rolling a dice is 6, because it will show any number from 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. So these are 6 numbers. So any one can appear as a result. So when a dice is rolled once, the total number of possible outcomes will be 6. Now let's see the first part of the question. The first part of this question is asking the probability for getting an even number. So the even numbers from 1 to 6 are 2, 4 and 6. So we have 3 even numbers from 1 to 6. So the favorable outcome for even numbers is 3. And we know the total number of possible outcomes of rolling a dice is 6. So the probability of getting even number will be 3 divided by 6, which is 1 by 2. So that is our answer. Now what can be the probability of getting an odd number? So from 1 to 6 we have total 3 even numbers and 3 odd numbers. So the probability of getting an even number will be equal to the probability of getting an odd number. So the chances of getting an odd number and even number are same if the dice is rolled once. Now let's see the second part of the question. So in the second part they are asking the probability of getting a number which is greater than 3. So if we see from 1 to 6, the numbers which are greater than 3 are 4, 5 and 6. So we have to consider these 3 numbers 4, 5 and 6. Okay. So the number of favorable outcome for getting a number which is greater than 3 is 3. And we know the total number of possible outcomes for rolling a dice is 6. So the probability of getting a number which is greater than 3 is 1 by 2. That is our answer. In the last part they are asking the probability of getting a number which is between 3 and 6. So when we see the numbers, it is from 1 to 6 because these are the possible numbers which can see the numbers from 1 to 6. We get 4 and 5 are the numbers which lie between 3 and 6. So the favorable outcome for a number between 3 and 6 is 2. And we know the total outcome for rolling a dice is 6. So the probability for getting a number which is between 3 and 6 will be 2 divided by 6, which is 1 by 3. So this is our answer for the last part. So students, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And if you have any queries or doubts, please write in the comment section. Thank you.